Welcome, this is Carrie Schell from On Point Quilter. Are you interested in card making in addition to quilting? This tutorial is going to help you see how you can use Electric Quilt 8 with your card making. Now, one thing that Electric Quilt can't do at this time is export an SVG. And so I'm going to share with you a couple of different approaches to creating designs for your card making and turning them into a file that will work with the cutting system of your choice. Now that could be Cricut, it could be Silhouette, or it could be Brothers Scan and Cut. On the home screen, select Design a Block from Scratch. Select a new block, Applique Motif. Set the block width and height at 7 by 7, and snapping options should be Snap to Node, Auto Join Segments when drawing, and also turn on the Hide Show Autofill on closed patches. Select Shapes and select the heart. With the Control or Command key, drag a heart from the top to bottom. This will keep the shape vertical. Select it with the Pick tool. Under Selected Segment Properties, change the width to 2 and the height to 2.5. With the object still selected, select Clone. Under Selected Segment Properties, change this to 1.75 by 2. And then do another clone and change the size to 1.25 by 1.5. Let's create a second one that has a little bit more roundness. With the Pick tool, select the largest heart and select Clone. Select the Edit tool and select the left side of the heart. Note that we have only 2 nodes. We're going to add a third one. Double-click on the arc to add a node. We can move the node, and we can also pull the handles to adjust the shapes. If you click on an arc, you will get a handle on both sides of the arc. Now we can repeat that for the second side, but the problem is it's hard to get it exactly the same. So we're going to use a different approach. With the Edit tool, we're going to select those center nodes and select Break at Node. Now if Break is not an option, just click away and click on that node again and select Break. With the Pick tool, select the right side of the heart and select Delete. Then with the Pick tool, select the left side of the heart, select Clone, flip left to right, and drag the crosshairs to position it so the center nodes come together. With the Edit tool, click on one of the ending nodes so it snaps to the other node. If necessary, you may need to drag a node to move it to connect. Select it with the Pick tool. Under Selected Segment Patch Properties, change the width and height to 2.5. And then Clone, change the size to 2 by 2. Select Clone and change the size to 1.5. And Clone and change the last one to 1 by 1. Go ahead and separate the hearts. Select the heart that is 2 by 2 and select Clone. Select the Edit tool and select the arc on the left. And you can see that we have 2 handles, and we're going to move one of the handles in and the other handle out a bit. And that's going to create a different curve on the left. Select the Color tab. Rather than using fabrics, select the Color tab and select a red and use the spray can to color the hearts. Select Add to Project Sketchbook, and under Print and Export, select Export Image. Navigate to My EQ8 Images. Under File Name, type in Hearts for Card Making. Select Save. In the Export Image file, change the size to the size of the block, which is 7 by 7. Change the resolution to 150, and most importantly, make sure both of the options are turned off, and select OK. Select Draw, and with the Pick tool, drag a box to enclose all of the hearts and make note of the width, which is 6.625. In Cricut Design Space, select New Project and select Upload, Upload Image. Navigate to My EQ8 Images and locate the hearts for card making and select Open. Because we have just one color with high contrast, select Simple and select Continue. Click on the pink to remove the background and select Apply and Continue. And I don't want to print and cut, I just want to cut these, so I'm going to select Cut Image and select Upload. Then I will select the file I just uploaded and add to Canvas. Note that our hearts did not come in at the correct size. Now, we could change this to 7. However, since we eliminated the background, the size needs to be that second measurement we did in EQ. So go ahead and change the width to 6.625. Before doing that, do double check that your lock proportions is turned on. Now, one thing that you're going to see is this will cut exactly as designed in Electric Quilt. However, there is not an easy way to separate the hearts, and so I'm going to show you an alternative way to create this and import it into Design Space. In Inkscape, select New Document, select File, Import, and we want to navigate to My EQ8 Images and select that same export, Hearts for Card Making, and select Open. In the Import box, select OK. Make sure the width and height is 7 by 7 and is in inches, and you can check that drop down if you need to change the measurement. Then select Path, Trace Bitmap. Under Trace Bitmap, we want to select Single Scan, Brightness Cutoff, and change the brightness threshold to 0.65. And then select Update, which will give you a preview. Select Apply. Drag the tracing, which is in black, away from the original image. Select Path, followed by Break Apart. Notice that now each of the hearts has dotted lines around them, so these are now all separate objects. With the Select tool, drag a box to enclose all of the hearts completely. Select the red color. Then, under Object, select Group. Select the original image that was imported and select Delete. We no longer need it. Drag the grouped hearts onto the work table. And then select File, Save As. Navigate to My EQ8 Images, and under File Name, type in Card Making Hearts SVG and select Save. In Cricut Design Space, select Upload, Upload Image, then under Browse, go to My EQ8 Images and locate the Card Making Hearts SVG and select Open. Now I can select Upload. Because this is an SVG, there's no need to trace, so select the uploaded hearts and select Add to Canvas. Make sure Lock Proportions is turned on and change the size to 6.625, the same way we sized the first set of hearts. Now, if you look on the right, you can see that we have a separate cut for each of the hearts rather than one master cut. Since we don't need both, I'm going to move the red hearts away, select the black, and select Delete. Now I have the ability to ungroup, and let's say I want more of a particular heart. Once you select it, you can select the duplicate in the upper right corner, or you can use the Control or Command plus the C key, followed by the Control or Command plus the V key. If you want to use different color cardstock, you can select a heart and select a different color under the material colors. And then select Make It. There are separate mats for each of the two different colors. The first thing I want to do is correct the material size to the size of my cardstock. Select the mat you wish to cut first and select Continue. Select cardstock as your base material, load the cardstock on a mat, and make sure you've got the right blade in the machine, and then go ahead and select C to start your cut. Once everything is cut, make sure to save your project, and I'm going to label mine Hearts from EQ and select Save. Even if you don't have a Cricut machine, you can still use the SVG files with the cutting machine of your choice. Or if you have no cutting machine, you can go ahead and manually cut out the hearts after you print them onto cardstock. Thank you so much for watching, and if you would enjoyed this video and would like additional tips and techniques, please subscribe to my weekly newsletter at onpointquilter.com.